We are only 10 days away from the Super Bowl, in which the best two remaining teams in the NFL, the Buccaneers and the Chiefs, will be fighting for a Super Bowl ring. And the games were decided last Sunday, in which the Buccaneers played against the Green Bay Packers and the Chiefs played against the Buffalo Bills. They were great games, and I hope you guys all had a great time watching it. But there are many takeaways from these games, like I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, about how teams will play in the future and who will have a better chance in the Super Bowl. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a recap of the conference championship games. What's up everybody, it's AC Analysis, and like I said in the intro, today I'm going to be giving you guys a video in which I make a recap of what went down this Sunday in the conference championship games. And there were two great games this weekend, and one of them was actually very close, the other one was kind of a blowout. And the Super Bowl will end up being Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs versus Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And both teams currently are on a big winning streak, but ever since Patrick Mahomes entered the NFL, I always wanted to see a Super Bowl between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, since Mahomes might just be the future GOAT, we don't know. And I never expected it to happen, but Brady left my Patriots, and now this should be probably the greatest game of this year. But before we get started, if you guys enjoy consistent football content like this, liking and subscribing would be really helpful. We're on the road to 100 subs now, and every sub helps. And the shout out for today's video goes to Ethan the Sports Kid. He makes a cool variety of football content, and you guys should really check him out. And now with that being said, let's get right into the video. To start off conference championship game weekend, we had the Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this game consists of two really strong teams and veteran quarterbacks who were near retirement, and that is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. These quarterbacks are both some of the best all time, but this seemed really like the last chance that they would ever have to reach a Super Bowl, and they were both red hot this season, as the Packers were the Super Bowl favorites, with Rodgers who will probably win the MVP. While the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not start off the season so hot, but they're on a 6-game winning streak currently, including how they were able to beat the Green Bay Packers 31-26. Coming into this game, I had the Green Bay Packers winning by around 6 points. It was going to be close, but the Packers were just too strong, with players like MVP Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams, who's currently the best wide receiver in the NFL, along with a defense that was finally stepping up. But that did not happen today, as the Buccaneers, mainly led by their defense, were able to win by 5 points. The Buccaneers managed to put up 31 points, but the offense wasn't the real carry of this game. Late game, Tom Brady actually managed to throw 3 picks in 7 throws, and this gave the Packers a real chance to come back. But that defensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with Devin White, Ndamukong Suh, and Jason Pierre-Paul, were able to get to Aaron Rodgers 7 times, and including mainly in the fourth quarter, in which even though Tom Brady turned it over 3 times, the Packers were only able to score 3 points. Of course, there was a controversial play in which the Packers did not go for it on 4th down, but still, the defense for the Buccaneers, which is not usually the strength of this team, really managed to step up and play well for the team. Honestly, the game wasn't always a giant defensive battle, as coming into the second half, the score was 21-10, the Buccaneers were winning, mainly led by their last-second touchdown to Scotty Miller in the second quarter, which was a great play. But most of the game, the Packers weren't really able to get much going, as Aaron Rodgers this game threw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns to 1 interception, which was really impressive, but most of the yards actually came in the third quarter. While Davante Adams, the real playmaking wide receiver, only was able to get 67 receiving yards and 1 touchdown, really locked up by that Buccaneers secondary, who did save them last week in their game against the Saints. So the defense of the Buccaneers has really been stepping up. And the main offensive player for the Packers this game was Marquise Valdes-Scantling, who managed to go for 150 yards and 1 touchdown. So even though Rodgers played a good game, the offense still wasn't able to do enough to be able to win the game. In conclusion, the Buccaneers played a great game, and that defense was really able to stop Aaron Rodgers and that high-powered offense, while the offense of the Buccaneers were still able to put up solid points, and Brady was able to get the ball downfield, ignoring his 3 picks. But now, what does this mean for Aaron Rodgers and the future of Rodgers? Because coming into the season, people did believe that he would want to move to a different team, but he decided to stay with the Packers, and he really had a career year this season, with 4,800 yards, 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He played a great season, but the thing is, where will he go next year? Because he'd said some stuff in interviews that really hint towards people thinking that he might not want to play with the Packers next year. Since earlier this season, they could have gotten more weapons for Aaron Rodgers. They could have picked up players such as Will Fuller, who's a real deep threat, And then also in the draft, they drafted Jordan Love when they could have drafted an offensive lineman for Rodgers or a wide receiver like T. Higgins, who's played great this season. So Rodgers going to a different area, I could see that happening, and it would be pretty cool if that happened. And last season, everyone thought that the quarterbacks coming into free agency was absolutely incredible, but this year it could be like that too with Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson. So personally, I think the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers will be Indianapolis, because the Colts already have a really strong offense with young players like Jonathan Taylor, and their defense is one of the strongest in the league. So I think that would be the best landing spot for him for a chance at the Super Bowl. But so other places I could see him going are players such as New England, which I'm hoping for, or LA. But we will see what happens. In conclusion, this was a great game, but the Buccaneers were able to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Super Bowl favorite Packers. Now for the AFC Conference Championship game, we had the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. And coming into this game, the Bills were actually the favorite, mainly because Mahomes came off of a nerve and a turf toe injury, which really made people feel like he would not be able to play or not be able to play 100%. Of course, he was cleared off and he was able to play, and he actually did have a very good game. And the Chiefs ended up winning 38-24, most of their points coming actually in the second quarter. In my prediction video, I had the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game by about 10 points, and I was correct. And I believe that the Chiefs would win because Patrick Mahomes was cleared, and this was Josh Allen's real first competitive playoff experience. Before this, he played some pretty solid games. He won a game against the Baltimore Ravens, which was an impressive win since the Ravens looked red hot, and I believe that they did have a solid chance of winning the game. And the Bills were also managed to beat the Colts, and that game was very close with the Bills coming up 27-24. But the Chiefs are the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming into every season, they are the Super Bowl favorite. And Mahomes had experience in this game last year. So I really believe that Josh Allen wouldn't be able to play that well, and they wouldn't be able to win the game. But in all honesty, he did have a solid game, rushing for 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, and throwing 1 interception. And his main leading wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, was not able to get much going, which was a part of the problem. He only was able to get 77 yards on 6 receptions, and the Chiefs were able to run press coverage all over the team, causing the Buffalo Bills to not be able to get their receivers like John Brown open, forcing them to rush the ball plenty more times than they're used to or supposed to. And the Chiefs also managed to play a great game. Sure, the Chiefs' defense played very, very well, but also their offense, which was able to score 38 points, with Mahomes coming off of an injury in which he was not 100%. He managed to throw for 325 yards and 3 touchdowns with a 75% completion percentage. And his main threats, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, did not disappoint. They are the first wide receiver tight end duo to be able to get over 100 yards each 2 games in a row in the playoffs, with Kelce getting 118 yards on 13 receptions and 2 touchdowns, with Hill getting 0 touchdowns, 172 yards, and 9 receptions. So they both played great games, and they were all really helpful for the team to be able to win. The main cause for the Chiefs to win this game was that the Bills' defense was not able to play up to par. The defense for the Bills was good this year, but they're not the best defense in the NFL, and the Chiefs are probably right now the best offense in the NFL, maybe behind the Green Bay Packers. So now in the Super Bowl, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and expect me to make a prediction video on this game for who I believe will win. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very close game. And Brady really did prove that he is the true GOAT, since he was able to win on another team. And honestly, I'm happy that Brady's in the Super Bowl because he proved to Belichick that Belichick will not be where he is without Tom Brady. And it's really showing Belichick's flaws. I'm just a salty Patriots fan. And as for the Chiefs, Mahomes is the best player in the NFL right now, besides Aaron Rodgers. And the team is so strong, and this game will be really good. With that being said, that'll wrap up this video. This has been AC Analysis, making a recap of what happened this Sunday in the Conference Championship weekend. And thank you guys so much for reaching this point in the video. But before I finish off, if you guys enjoy videos like these, subscribing would be really helpful towards my channel. We're really close to 100 subs now, and every sub helps. And if you guys want a shout out, make sure to comment down below. And we can help all of our channels grow together. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.